Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Will. So the power went out here in the city that I'm working in. And what do I do when the power goes out? I go off to the bookstore and spend some money on new decks. So I've had my eye on this one for a while. It's the Mystic Monday deck. I haven't had a chance to play around with it too much other than shuffling it. But these are gorgeous cards, real modern art. So, my friend Tanya will be the first person to receive a reading from this deck. And she asked a few yes or no questions regarding her relationship. However, I don't personally like to do yes or no questions in my tarot. I don't think that tarot is a definitive yes or no type tool. I believe that it is a tool of self-exploration and a tool to kind of find more insight on what's going on with our current situation and how we can help ourselves. So anyways, let's have a look at the spread here. Okay, so Tanya, the card that you are represented by in this reading is the Death card. And I did pull a lot of these cards reversed. However, this deck's brand new, so I think I may have had it upside down. So we're not going to read these cards reversed. Over here, I have your ex-significant other represented by the Hangwoman. Now, I'm a little unsure on this one, if there's possibly a hanged man in this card, in this deck too. Like I said, it's brand new to me, so we're just going to interpret this card as if it was the Hangman on the conventional Rider-Waite deck, because that's what I'm most familiar with. Up here, we have the glue that ties our relationship together, or what drives our relationship apart. And here we have the Eight of Pentacles. Right here is the best case scenario, or the best possible outcome that can happen in the relationship. And down here, we have the worst case scenario, or more correctly, the most likely outcome. Unfortunately, it seems like in these readings, the worst case scenario usually comes, but ain't that true with love in general? So anyhow, got you here represented by the Death card. I see something ending for you, and I think that's fairly accurate. It said in your post that your relationship had just ended. And the Death card isn't necessarily a bad card. What the Death card means to me is rebirth. It's a period of new life and growth. So I think that's where you're at right now. Now I have him represented by the Hanged Woman, or the Hangman. And I think that he learned a valuable lesson from this relationship. I think that it was a formative experience for him. Now, what ties your guys' relationship together or drives you apart is a little bit more interesting of a card. It's the Eight of Pentacles. I see that card as a card of craft or a card of enterprise. I think that there was some kind of work that you had done together, or some type of common hobby or common interest that you had, or possibly a type of common interest or hobby that either he or you had that the other party did not share. So up here, we have the best case scenario, and I see the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess means a number of things. It's a fairly complex card. I say that quite a bit. All these cards are real complex. But I see her as a card of hidden wisdom or hidden practice or hiding in general. I also see her, as kind of the same as the Hangman, as a card of awakening. But I see, for the sake of your relationship, I see one party hiding from the other, or hiding something or someone from the other. Down here, the most likely outcome is the Seven of Wands. And I also see this as a card of growth. However, I see it as growth through hardship, trial by fire, trial through sparring. And I think that this is most likely. I think that you guys are going to have a few more conversations in the future, and they're not going to be pleasant ones. So, just for the sake of fun, like I said, I made a trip out to the bookstore. I got a new Oracle deck as well, too. And I haven't even looked at these cards yet. But let's see what we have in store for you. This is the Soul's Journey lesson cards. We'll shuffle it just a little bit here and see what we got. Oh, these are big cards. These are tricky. We'll cut that deck one time and see what's on the other side. Ah, how fitting with the reading. I drew the change card. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. These cards have a very, very, very similar meaning. I think that you should keep change on the forefront of your mind, Tanya. I really hope this is helpful and you have a great day.